I'm going to record another video. My name is Alexandr Korol. I'm the author of the novel Alternative History and various other books which can be found on my official website, akinformation.com. What will this video be about? This is the second video of such kind where I introduce myself to the readers as an author of the books. You may be wondering how to contact me. I know my employees report to me that a huge number of reviews, thanks, and letters, questions are received by email, social media, and various messengers. And of course, we need to sort things out here. What needs to be sorted out? First of all, I'm not present on social media. Yes, I need them to have some visibility. There should be my presence, and it's created on social media. There was a time when I was young, I didn't have social media at all, or often changed them or deleted them. And when I didn't have them, my books were gaining popularity. Many criminally minded individuals created fake social accounts in my name on different social media, and people who read my books wanted to find me, and they subscribed to fake social media and befriended those individuals. And in order to avoid this, I had to create my own accounts on all platforms, so I would be there so that those people who learn about me through my books would not get lost and subscribe not to some fake pages but to my real official pages. And my official page is Akinformation. That is on the Instagram or on YouTube or on Facebook. But I do not maintain them. That is, when my books get published, they appear on all these platforms because, as a token of respect to my readers, everyone likes and feels comfortable and convenient on different platforms. Someone wants to read my books and follow my information on Facebook, someone on Instagram, and other people on other platforms. For these reasons, I have accounts on all the social media. I am everywhere, but I am not there. That is, of course, if I have a book draft or a new book published, it will be published there as well. Also, of course, if there is an official video from me and it will be very useful to my current readers, then of course this video will be posted on all the social networks. But when you write me a message or a question or a review in direct or in some messengers, then I don't read them myself. And my employees can't and don't have the right. They don't have the right to open these messages. They can't answer you. They can't pass it to me. So you can knock on this closed door, but no one will open it. I just want to warn you about this so that you don't waste your energy and time. As for you, of course, you probably have the question right away how you can reach me. If you have some crazy desire, I know there are people who, after reading my books, feel a crazy desire to ask me a question or tell me something. Then, once in a while, I organized an online presentation. Those online presentations dedicated to my books. That is, when I'm in the process of writing a book. Most often I organize online conferences or closed book clubs or intellectual clubs, whatever you want to call it. It's like a private chat or a channel where I'm working on a book and I can share these materials with you for a week or a day or a month and even discuss it all with you. This helps me a lot. Because when I have some feedback from my readers, I already understand what should be added to the book and what should not be added to the book, or if some information should be presented in a different way. And when I'm working on the book in the format, let's call it draft. That is, when I'm working on my draft, I can give you a peek. That is, I could say, hey guys, I'm now working on the treatise on frequency. If you want to ask me questions on this topic, You can do it online, and I will answer them. It is thanks to your questions that I have some other new directions, how to think correctly about this topic, how to reason on the topic of frequency in my book. And thank you for helping me so much in this. I have such online book clubs. These are drafts. And there are also presentations. That is, when I have already a published book. For example, people read this book for 6 months. People have a lot of questions. They want to ask me why is that or this, and what is this or that. And that's what I call a book presentation. And when I publish a book, I arrange that kind of online presentation where I first talk what this book is for me, from my perspective, what inspired me, what I try to tell to my readers in this book. And then I give my readers an opportunity to ask questions about this book, about the topic that I touched upon. This is another format. It takes place only online because people are all in different countries, in different cities. This happens once in a while, but now perhaps it will be more frequent. Why only once in a while? Because when I write books, I don't have time for presentations. When I have published a large number of books, as I have now published 10 books, and of course when enough people read this book, that is, let's say now, everyone reads the book Alternative History, my first novel, and I can organize a presentation on this topic, analyze this book, this first volume. When all people have read my book, for example, or several books devoted to this topic of attention control, these are my treatises. And then I can make a presentation of these treatises and also analyze these topics with you in detail and answer your questions. But what you have to take note of, that is, we have to feel this fine line that you can't ask your personal questions at the presentation of a book about attention control. Because it's a presentation on a particular topic, on the book that I've been working on. I can't, if we talk about attention, I can't distract your attention and the attention of other readers who will be at the presentation and scatter their attention to some of your personal everyday issues. So I'm sorry if you have any personal issues. If you have any problems, then there are psychiatrists, psychologists, and various other specialists who are shouting loudly. They can help you. You can contact them instead. I am not a teacher. I am not a psychologist. I don't have any fancy education. I am a creative person, and I write books. Yes, thanks to the time we are now living in, people from anywhere in the world can watch this video, and it is possible to share wise, smart, in-depth information through this video. And it is also possible to share with people the information that I put in my books through an online presentation. There are a lot of mysteries in my books. A lot of things are encoded in my books. And many people are able to decipher something. Some of them are trying to decipher it, and for this reason, too, people have such a great desire to ask me a question or get in touch with me. So the only way to get in touch with me is through my presentations, book reviews, or those books clubs when I'm working on my drafts. What else can I say about contacting me? Where I am and on which social media. I'll say this. We're living in such a time that there are a lot of crimes online, and people can make fake websites similar to mine. People can offer or sell something to you on my behalf. In no case, do not be fooled. Do not trust it. Do not be fooled by these scams. That is, I have only my official social networks, Akinformation, and also I have my official website, akinformation.com. And I don't offer any services. I devote most of my time to writing books. And if suddenly it seems to you that some Alexandr Korol messages you on social networks and even sends you some sort of a message or a video, then it is quite possible that this is some scammer who is trying to get acquainted with you in this way. Yes, there are cases like this. When I recently published my video dedicated to the novel Alternative History, where I show how I deciphered the matrix, then my employee told me that I received a huge list of fake social networks in the email and emails from people who apologize for doing bad things. And I'm naturally shocked why they decided to apologize to me now. And if there are people who have behaved badly towards me and my name, then I have no complaints against you. You don't have to apologize. Everything is fine. That is, even if you feel some sort of guilt, don't be shy. If you are one of my forgotten old friends or classmates, I don't hold a grudge against anyone. I have no complaints against anyone. If you have my personal contacts, of course, you can write to me. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. I will not condemn anyone. It's all water under the bridge. Yes, we live in a time that due to events of the last 3 years, many people had panicked due to, first of all, COVID, because of many people quarreled with families, at work, with friends. Everyone chose a side, or a person could become aggressive and acutely perceive something and react sharply to someone or something. Another reason I am not in social networks, because I also received an acute dose of negative comments on social media about myself, that I am a bad writer, but people couldn't explain why, and now they are all apologizing and saying that, Alexander, if it weren't you for your books, I'd be lost. Guys, you should figure out what's going on with you. But in my books this year, I have tried, especially in treatises, in the last 3 treatises that I have written. One is on educated mind, the second is on attention and dynamics, and the third is frequency. In these 3 treatises, I explain in great detail what are those mood swings most people had. So don't worry if you've been rude to someone. That is, it's not an easy time. You were just emotional, and now you've calmed down, and you realize that it wasn't like that. It was uncontrollable. This is some sort of an animal inside of you. You just woke up. All of it I explain in my treatises, and maybe they will help you tame this beast inside of you, because yes, any frightening news that comes out to the world somewhere on TV or on social media, it unsettles many people, and many people are now panicking. They start quitting jobs or fight with their families, get divorced, or have a negative perception of their favorite artists whom you listened to, watched, or, for example, read. And then when you calm down and realize that you've messed up, yes, okay, don't be shy to apologize. Everything is fine. I think a lot of people are very understanding, as I am. There is nothing wrong with that. We are all human beings. We're all alive. Everyone has unstable moods. That is... what else? What else? What else? How to contact me? Well, I said about presentations. I said about the official website. I said about social networks, that you don't have to write me there. That you should not lose the boundary, yes. That there is me as an author and there is me as a character from the book Alternative History. It's all just a fairy tale, and he remains in the book. Well, if you have the opportunity or desire to support me as an artist, as an author, then in this world of social media, there is so much competition now. All bloggers are trying to make high-quality, expensive videos, make beautiful splash screens. They launch everything in all the social media. Of course, I don't do such things. And everything I do is very simple and modest, and the competition is very high. So, if you can repost this video and advise someone, some interesting people to watch it, smart people who, let's say, will be interested in my books and in my information, then please help to share these videos, but more precisely, of course, books. Read my books, share them with friends. I will be very grateful to you if you do so. If you have any opportunity to talk about my book and about my website, there are quite a lot of books that are published at no charge on my website. My books will soon be translated into English. And in the future, maybe I will receive some kind of an offer to translate books into other languages. I want my books to be published all over the world, and my biggest dream, my goal, my desire, probably like any other writer, is to make a book into a movie or a TV series, that is, to make a movie adaptation. Fingers crossed, I'm waiting now for one person to read my first book that is published in English. Have Not Charity. And maybe this person will be interested in making a show or a movie based on it. And also, of course, I hope that my novel, Alternative History, will also deserve a movie adaptation next year. And probably my inspiration, my motivation to manage to write the second volume of Alternative History was so I and people could watch it later in the movie theater all over the world. This story is unbelievable. Yes, you can imagine that most of the movies and TV series that we watch, they were originally created by a writer. And then they were made into a movie. And it turns out that the source, the beginning of any movie, is manuscripts. And this is my most important goal, so that my manuscripts will appear on the screen for the whole world to watch. So thank you if anyone has the opportunity to give my books, especially the alternative history novels, to a director or a screenwriter. I would like to collaborate with this person. I have already distributed this book as much as I can, and I'm waiting for a reply, and I hope that the answer will come soon. So thank you so much for your attention, and hopefully we soon will be able to turn on the TV and watch my story on the screen. Bye-bye, everyone.